I mean, that sounds efficient.
Well, it's like pretty much the whole Dreon character at the moment, so just...
I'm sure you could just find like a Roy Kent like soundboard or something and just press those buttons.
Oh my
Wait a
god,
minute,
you're
I
right.
thought-
Dreon
No.
is just Roy
Yeah,
Kent.
now that's in my head.
Wait, who's Roy Kent?
You have not seen Ted Lasso, have you?
Roy Kent is the person I tried to base Ajax off of, but it just didn't quite work. But yes, is the single greatest fictional character that has been created in the last like 5 years.
That
He's
might
pretty
be a
great.
slight overstatement. However,
Shut up,
Ted
Nick.
Lasso.
You have bad taste about everything if you don't agree with
I
that
don't know,
statement.
man. Drew's like the opposite of prone to hyperbole, so I don't. If he says it, I don't know. I guess
And
I
this
should believe
may be the first time that his hyperbole is misguided. Roy's a great character, though.
it. Okay, well, someday I'll download Apple whatever and pay for a subscription to watch this.
I'm gonna
You can
find
just-
you just a good Roy Kent clip just so you
You'll
can
like him.
encapsulate it.
Yes, do that while I go grab a soda real quick. I'll be right back.
I don't doubt it. Like everything about Ted Lasso seems like I would like it. I just like fucking around with Apple just to watch this is just too much effort.
I mean, you should be able to just get the Apple TV app for whatever device you
Yeah,
watch
just-
it on.
That sounds exhausting.
It's so easy. I did it on a
Well,
fucking
sorry.
smart TV.
If it was on Crunchyroll, I'd probably just watch it. But what can you do? Nick, are you like a definite in for Ren Fair on May 14th? You said you penciled it down. Does that mean that you are like definitely going?
If I penciled it down, then that means I'm definitely going. Let me triple check.
Okay. I'm asking not because I need this confirmation for anything, but just because I so desperately want to hang out with you.
Oh, I want to hang out with you too. Yeah, I've got it down.
Excellent.
What time are we meeting there anyway? I do not have.
Let me ask Kayla. This is like really kind of her thing.
Cool.
I've like in my headcanon, I'm probably just gonna dress up in like a samurai or something just to be weird.
I don't have any garb right now. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to fix that between now and then.
Oh, if in all fairness, I probably just won't dress up because effort. But if I do, I'm gonna find some way to make a samurai outfit.
Well, I don't want to be the one like turkey hanging around with a bunch of people in garb. So be sure to
No,
let me know.
we can be turkeys together, Nick. It's fine.
Like I've been meaning to finish pirate stuff that I've been working on, but
Oh, I
and
found
then I got
actually a
fat
great
and ruined everything.
I found a great designer actually on Amazon who actually does like sort of modern clothes, but like in a Ren Fair style. So like I actually bought one of the shirts. It's actually super comfy. It fits exactly as I'd expect it to. You want me to send you the link?
Yes, please.
Like it's like
yeah,
a
Kayla
$25
also
shirt
found something.
and you feel good.
Yeah, Kayla also found something like that. I think maybe it was on Amazon though. I don't know where yours is.
You are
from.
a slim and lovely man, though. I am like a little plumpy boy.
They
would
have
probably be
sizes.
more
It's
appropriate.
fine.
Yeah.
A bumpy boy. My God.
Who's a bumpy boy?
A plumpy boy.
Nick has
I'm a
declared
little
himself a bumpy boy.
a plumpy boy. I'm a little squishy lad. That's what I am.
I've also gotten a little squishy, to be honest, so it's fine. But they have sizes. Like at least the size I got actually fit about how I expect it would. And they also
Cool.
have short sleeve options, so you don't have to like worry about that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to check it out.
I'm glad everyone is transitioning into their dad era.
No, I'm
The dad
going to
bod
escape
era
from the dad
is
era.
here.
Listen, I
You
watch
don't have to
8
be a
hours
dad
of
to have a
anime.
dad bod.
I watch 8 hours of anime a week to specifically avoid any sort of maturation. Okay, I just forever degenerate child. By the way, Nick, Kayla says
Yeah, you have
early.
the most kids of all of us.
Early, so it sounds like I'm meeting you guys there long after you arrive.
I mean, I got VIP parking, so I want to like just get
Take
there.
advantage of it. Yeah, but if you're arriving super early, you don't need VIP parking, darling. You're already
Well,
there
there's
before everyone
people-
else is.
Like, you know how like there's like one lane to get into that part of the park, and it gets like super backed up. I hate sitting in that.
Yeah, I feel that. Although, I went last Sunday, like opening weekend Sunday, and it was chill as fuck. Like, not busy at all.
I mean,
I don't know if
early,
that'll hold up.
Like when they open at 11. That's like not that early.
Oh, okay. I thought they opened at like, because Southern, like when it was at the other site, I remember them insisting that I drag my ass out of my tent at like 8 a.m. to be Green Man in the tree shaking stuff when people walked in.
I think we'll probably leave here around 10 a.m.
All right.
Yeah, so if you want to like carpool or something, we could fit like one person in our car.
That's not a very compelling offer.
No.
I feel like you started to offer that, and then you were like, "Wait a minute," but you kept going for some reason. You committed to the bid.
Yeah.
No, I drag ass, so I should not commit to a carpool. But
no, you can fit 2 people.
But I'm one of them.
No. There's 4 seats in the car.
Oh, are you cleaning out the back?
I could.
Okay, I don't. Nick has kind of expressed his like lack of interest in this plan to begin with. I feel like
that's fine. I'll meet you guys there. It's good.
Wait, are Nicole?
I appreciate, however, your desire to accommodate my.
Drew is right here, but my understanding is it's kind of dependent on Nicole's like getting better after surgery. So
Yeah, it should. Her recovery shouldn't be as bad as the last one, but yeah, that's on Monday, so we'll.
Well, if we're gonna carpool with Drew, I'd just rather take Drew's car.
I mean, that's in theory an option if we're able to confirm, which, like I said, should be able to confirm probably like sometime next week, depending on how things go.
Well, the VIP parking that I bought is just I show on my phone, so it's not like tied to a car.
All right, we're gonna play D&D. Skedaddle.
Bye, Kayla.
No, Kayla, you should stay the whole time. Okay, you know what? You're tired. You should just let Kayla play
Actually,
Dreon.
if you
I
want
want
Kayla to play Dreon tonight, I'm happy to let her pop in. No, Kayla,
Kayla, give us your gruffest voice.
Please,
Kayla, swing spear and yell "fuck you."
Fuck you.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get a little bit more gruff in there. Get some gruffness in there.
You.
Be like "fuck you."
Fuck you.
Try that. Oh no, come on. Sorry, that's like
Just be like,
yeah. Every time you're prompted to speak, just go. Yeah.
Vague, angry cat noises.
Every time people try to take more than 5 seconds to complete a task, break a door. There you go.
Wow.
I think I'm just gonna go work out and watch Finland Saga.
Okay, watch Vinland Saga. That's a good use of your time. Thank you.
Wait, Finland what?
Vinland Saga.
Oh, I was like, who is Finlanding?
Yeah, so they actually made a movie about Yane called Finland Saga. I just never saw it.
Actually, they made Yane Wick. It's called Sisu. You have seen the commercials for it.
What do people in Finland have to get upset and like getting gunfights about?
Nazis. It's about one angry
literally
Finnish
Nazis.
man killing a lot of Nazis. It's Finnish John Wick. It's called Sisu.
It's a fucking amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's about something that really happened too, right?
What's that?
It's about something that really happened too, right?
Yeah. Loosely
Because
loose basis, but it's a guy who just kills a lot of Nazis.
Well, killing Nazis
like
is a beat
John
we can all dance
Just
to.
like John. I mean, it's just a
Loosely based on
glorified
reality.
action violence movie.
was it awesome though?
It hasn't come out yet.
Oh, I thought it was already up. I saw the advertisements.
Yeah, I've seen the ads
on
for it,
Facebook.
but
Facebook's like, you want to murder Nazis, and I'm like, you know what? I do.
Just watching
Targeted
an angry
advertisement
Finnish
at
man
work.
kill a bunch of Nazis. It's fine. We will probably end up watching that for Finnish humor, which is just as dry as you would expect. All right, everybody. Settle in. Don't get too excited because it's Wednesday. We're going to play some D&D. Everybody okay? Is everybody in a good enough headspace to play D&D today?
No, I'm actually super exhausted too, but I will flicks it up anyway. I do, before we get started though, this is a really important digression. I know you fucking hate it when I do this, but I have to point this out. Is anyone else getting ads on Facebook for like these meal kits, and the meals are clearly like a total of 75 calories? Like the amount of food depicted isn't enough to feed an infant.
I have
Am I
not
the
logged
only one
into
saying
my
it is?
Facebook
Like
for
10 years
3
ago.
years.
Yeah, I think you're the only person even
No,
looking at
I
use
have deleted
just
Facebook
to-
off my phone.
I use
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
to keep in
It's
touch
the
with
only-
family, so.
Yeah, it's the only one that I have left, really. I don't
No.
use Twitter.
Facebook solely became like 90% ads and 10% anything valuable.
Oh, they
so I deleted it.
They actually kind of fixed that shit. You can now say, like, I actually got offered, do you want to see more of your friend's stuff instead of a constant barrage of ads? And I was like, well, yes, Facebook, I would like that. And
My life is
it's
better
now
without
mostly
being on
friends.
Facebook.
Oh, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just saying they improved it. By all
That's
means, fucking never go to Facebook again. But this explains why you haven't seen tiny meals marketed to you.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's based on like what else, like what other things you're looking at and what other media you consume. So I mostly get furry ads at this point.
Wow.
It's a joke, sort of. Mostly,
Sort
like
of.
70%,
Unless
70% a joke,
Hmm.
like 30% not a joke. That's the ratio.
Previously on Arctis, as you all attempt to unravel the secrets behind the disappearance of the Arboreans, you have discovered that the answers were inside you all along. As your abrupt and unexpected spirit quest had led you to the location of harpies, who are currently nesting in the roots of a massive, sprawling tree. As you made your way through the makeshift vision, some curious things began to happen, and as you slowly learned how to manipulate this dream vision, additional secrets opened up to you. And eventually, as you came back, the Arborean secret was made clear as the large, almost world tree-like trees that sit within the continents provide a much-needed source of magical conduits, as these roots help provide I'm trying to collect my thoughts here. As these roots provide tracks or flows where magic can go on in the form of ley lines. Unfortunately, the great tree known as Sika has come under fire from the harpies. And in your vision, you saw the harpies harvesting blossoms as Sika had begun to bloom anew, something that your curious fairy patron had said the tree had not done in quite some time. And as time passed, and when the Arboreans had disappeared, the great arbor of Auralia continued to grow around the tree that no longer provided its beautiful light to the region. And thus, the light of Auralia persisted, and the new boughs began to grow over Sika, obscuring it from view and hiding it amongst the other towering trees in the massive arbor. The only creatures that may have known of a route to Sika would have been the Arboreans themselves, or their closest companions that held their secrets for them, namely the raven folk that once accompanied the Arboreans. And the Arboreans had utilized them for communication and preservation of knowledge, so to speak. One moment as I refer to my notes on how much you actually have discovered yet. Hold on. As the secrets of these twisted harpies begin to slowly unfold, the rhyme shroom magic began to wear off, and your dream was slowly destabilizing. But Rain had ultimately found a way to stretch past the boundaries of the dream and to pull something from it. A curious, 5-pointed seed. And once again, you found yourselves in the deep whispering woodland, with the shroom-laden fey crone looking at you with some curiosity. And as you roused from the dream, you went to work making coffee and asking curious questions, as if she wasn't there all along. But was that a coy ploy? Was she teasing at you? You're not quite sure, but something seemed to want information while you were in the dream. Whether that was Della or not remains to be seen. But Bonsai had learned that the Arborians themselves and their root patterns were just as unique as one's fingerprints, and had revealed his, I don't want to say makeshift, but very organic-looking heart, which was a knot of roots and stems that made up, essentially the Arborian circulatory system. And through the twists and turns of the roots, it seemed like Della was able to divine a way towards the roots of Sika. And now, as Della warned you, the harpies that were twisted by the remains of the slow when driven into a rage by the disappearance of the Arborians, were in no mental state to be holding any sort of talks, especially with menfolk, as they seem to hate men with a passion. Let us continue back in the deep whispering woodland with Della, and you all can discuss your next steps. I don't think you all settled on what your next steps might be.
Point of clarification: do they hate like men in the sexist way, or do they hate human or like human-like things?
They hate men in a sexist way.
So is like bonsai good?
They have a penchant to consume man flesh. So, as you as not a fleshy being would probably
And also not a
be,
man?
They would like to more consume man flesh. You would not be... They would rage against you and murder you and turn you into a bundle of sticks and twine, but they wouldn't hate you because of your gender. They hate you because you're an Arborian, and your head would probably be on a spike, or burned, or flayed, or made into a ritualistic goblet.
Or a
Yeah,
lovely
that'll
hat.
make it. Got it.
Mm-hmm. But
Follow up. I know Combos has HR. Like, do they cover Ascended too? Do I have someone else to talk to for HR stuff? Like, what's going on with that?
do you need HR?
I mean, from what I can tell, these people we're going to talk to are viciously sexist, and I feel like I need to make a report.
Oh, no,
so,
no, we're
like
not-
you
we're
should
not going to
know
talk
that
to them.
HR only exists to protect like the forest or whatever. So even if you report them, like
There
So I'm
are
probably-
some
I'm probably
beings
just-
within
yeah.
Arctis that have particular palates that may be based on the things that you have inside your body. For example, vampires can drink blood, therefore sipping on a dryad not practical. The harpies would love to eat man flesh, therefore would not eat any other flesh.
That's interesting. They're sexist, but it's part of their culture. So I guess I should probably just quit and find a new job.
It's probably more based on the amount of testosterone they have flowing through their bodies at any time, if it gives them some sort of magical rush. So if you had something that was significantly full of testosterone,
Like junk. Yeah. Okay. Picking up what you're putting down.
Alternatively, we can just murder them all.
mhm.
That's an option on the table.
I mean, that's what we do to bigots. Okay, I like this plan. Let's do it.
I mean, bigots of all stripes deserve destruction.
There you go. That's the Ascended motto.
I should have just said I should have just said they eat babies. I should have just gone with babies.
Well, I mean, we don't have any babies, so that would have like lessened the dramatic tension.
This
mean,
is approximately the
arguably-
size of
No,
a baby.
no, you guys are definitely babies.
Well, I mean, Bonsai was born like a week ago.
That's true.
Bonsai was literally birthed very shortly ago.
So in
He
a
is
non-millennial
a sapling.
In a non-millennial way, bonsai is baby.
In a non-millennial way? So, like, in the same way that millennials are, like, in their 40s now?
No, but like, you know, the saying like such and such is baby, right? Like that's a very popular thing.
Nope.
No. Well, that's right.
Well,
You're on Facebook.
I mean, I
You're on-
like it.
He's a boomer,
Yeah.
so
I hate
I was
it.
gonna say he's
Oh, shut the
Gen X.
fuck up.
Facebook boomer.
Did you guys forget that Gen X exists?
What's that?
No,
Exactly.
Most of the world.
everybody
forgot.
old is a boomer.
Are
Gen
we
X
gonna
no
take
longer
a break
exists.
from being pedantic enough to play D&D?
Wait, is
Unlikely.
Gen X the thing that made the wallflowers?
I
What?
refuse to accept responsibility for the wallflowers.
All right, fair enough. I guess we can play D&D then.
Wait, what wallflowers?
The band?
You don't have to let it linger.
No, what? That's the
What?
cranberries.
That's the
you
cranberries.
Well,
dumb. Good God.
Oh no, Christina, what are
Wow.
you doing? Okay,
Wow.
we're changing subject to save Christina's
You know,
like
I'm such a fool
credibility.
For you, man. I'm such a fool for you.
what can I be pompous about so that we can save Christina from this misstep?
You can
Oh,
shut
wait,
up
you-
and let her finish her description.
no, you actually
yeah, go
have
ahead.
time because Foundry logged me out, so I have to relog.
Shit. All right.
All right. So
we
the
were arguing
earlier
about Roy
today-
Kent. Roy Kent is one character among many awesome characters on that show. Coach is probably the best character on that show.
Earlier, Drew and I were remembering that Fiona Apple existed, so you could talk about that.
I want
You
to argue
forgot?
with-
Well, I just, I didn't really have a reason to think about Fiona Apple until I saw a current mock-up of Eris who looked like Fiona Apple from the Criminal video.
What he needs is a good defense.
He's been a bad
He's
boy.
been a bad boy.
He's been delicate. He's been, what is he? He's been something with a delicate man. Careless, maybe?
He's been careless with a delicate man.
Yeah. Oh, I hate to see it.
Sounds like these harpies are about to go meet.
Are all of these harpies just Fiona Apple?
Why are
Oh,
they
shit.
Fiona Apple?
Well, because they are careless with delicate men, like Dreon.
Yes, they're all named
kidding.
Fiona now.
They are now. Yeah.
Fiona. Okay,
Fiona,
great.
Fiona. And all they do is yell their own names like Pokemon.
Oh man, I am like way more engaged in this lore. This is great.
This is exactly the level, like the world building tier that Rob looks for.
Yeah, you've tried long exposition, that didn't work. Tried memeing.
I could keep your attention for 1 second.
And good luck, man. The cell phone's right here. Games.
I don't even play anything on my phone anymore. It's nothing worth playing. All right. Meanwhile, back in the deep whispering woodland, you all have roused from your momentary trip into the dreaming. Find some wandering thought or semblance of direction on where to go and where the harpies may be. And it turns out the harpies have been doing a little bit of tree trimming on their own, taking some blossoms from the long hidden roots of Sika. The tree, the great leyline tree of Auralia. And now Sika has been hidden by the arbor, and hidden by many of those who live here. But now, with bonsai here, a true Arborian, the way to the Tree of Light is clear. And you can plan your next move. Sorry, please.
Sorry, I thought you were done.
I am done now. Please continue.
So I'm a little unclear on what our objectives are. We're just going to go murder harpies, right? Just because? What do we hope to accomplish via their murder? I mean, no question they deserve to be murdered with extreme prejudice.
I think it's more important that we get to
why?
the tree and find out its current state. Just knowing it was somewhere different and a different color in our dream isn't enough.
Well, I think that it's below us, right? It's the foundation of the forest upon which we stand.
No, bonsai literally has a map, Flix.
Does it lead down, bonsai?
It does lead
All about
does.
perspective.
But it's not
down,
the
but it's not
foundation.
underground. Yeah, it is just
Well,
a part
no, it
of
is.
the arbor.
If I understand correctly, that's exactly what it is. The rest of these trees grew atop the larger tree. Is that incorrect?
There's a lot of trees, Flix, is what I'm saying. We have to go to the
it was a
appropriate
very
trees
large
and go
tree in the
down.
first place. And the
It's-
map does
whatever.
lead down. Look at it.
Yes, I told you.
You told.
We're
I
going
just
to
told
go-
you it leads down, and you said
We're
nothing
going
back.
to go murder harpies, Flix.
Right. I'm on board with harpy murder. It just makes sense. But what are we going to do after we get there? Like, what's the
Well,
point of the harpy murder?
We have to murder
What's
the
my
harpies.
motivation?
We have to murder the harpies so we can save size tree, bonsai's tree.
Right. Which
And then the tree might share more secrets with bonsai, of which we are looking for.
All
Namely, where the Arborians may have gone, and if that tree harbors any information, and the harpies are tearing it apart, if the tree is dead, you will get no information and not figure out where the Arborians went or what happened to them.
Well, to be clear, we're not so keen on finding out where the Arborians went. We want some secrets that we could use in negotiations with the Mercurial Lord. If
Mhm.
those two things happen to coincide, bonus points. Yeah?
Yes. You were sent here to talk to the resident were-ravens, but they have been turned into harpies and altered by the magic below. They are in no mental state to really talk to anyone, and are pretty much unable to be reasoned with. So you're going to have to find your information about how you will curry favor with the Mercurial Lord somehow. But the Arborians have essentially sealed themselves away from Arctis for some reason.
For some
And
reason.
Flix, if this doesn't work, we can just offer your fairy friend my heart, and we'll be good.
Yes, and the one way to
Hmm.
potentially fast track this is to give the mirthful lord something that he has never gazed his eyes upon in his fairy age, and that would be the heart of a true Arborian, or the last Arborian.
I'm such an idiot. I should have just given him the 3 Cobalt Moon shirt.
Wow, that's really missed opportunity there, Flix.
It was a missed fuck. All right, let's go save your stupid tree, bonsai. It's not a stupid tree. It's very nice. I'm just in a mood.
But it's also not my tree. It's just a tree of Arctis, and it's very important for all of us.
No, it's
No,
your
it's-
tree.
Isn't it the tree like you're bound to or whatever? That's kind of what Della was explaining.
Look, I saw the
Oh.
thing creeping into your heart. It's your tree. Don't bother denying it. Let's go save it or whatever.
I may have explained it badly, but the general gist that Bonsai will know is that the regional trees of each area, namely the one you know of Auralia, is Sika. Every Arborian that lives in that area is more or less related. They usually share like traits of that region, or but essentially this tree could be Bonsai's great grand tree, twice removed, but it would still be like his home tree, his origin tree, you would say.
Got it.
Sika itself is a massive white-barked tree with pink blossoms.
So, I have a question. If we save Sika, are you going to get some sort of tree powers from it?
We don't know if Sika's even in a state to save. We need to go and see what they're currently like.
All right, well, let's keep moving. Which direction are we going? You've got the map. Point the way.
Down.
Chop, chop. Ha 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 ha! Down! Down, Rain. Did you hear that? How are we getting down?
Great question, but has anyone seen Sathius?
Can't you just whistle or something? There's a ghost tiger thing. He did have a tendency to run off before, though, so I'm not surprised.
Bonsai tries to use
probably-
the telepathic link to their steed and get the steed to show back up.
You can
If
absolutely put him back on the board.
if
Okay,
Sai
just
is
make
being
sure they weren't
Sai,
somewhere
then
else.
he's probably off somewhere ruining things.
Oh,
Yeah, I
there
kind of
they
feel
are.
like he has to make a percentile check to see if Sai actually shows up.
I think in
Just
a
to be true
second,
to form.
And a second percentile check to see if something is fucked up somewhere else that we will have to deal with later.
From inside the house, you hear kind of a questioning. Huh? But are you all leaving?
Yes, we did say goodbye, a week ago, but
Vaguely. Not even going to give Della a fanciful goodbye?
I gave you a hug.
there was literally a whole goodbye sequence, Stella.
Right.
But
we can give you
say
more
goodbye again.
sequences.
Yes, farewell. Have very good travels and dare say, I hope Sika still lives. And if you could bring me one of Sika's blossoms, well, that would be icing on the cake, but... Well, stop looking at me all slack-jawed. You're welcome.
I'll have
Then-
you know that my jawline is exquisite. But, we can spare a blossom if blossoms are blossoming. Right? Ponzo?
I have no ownership over this tree, so yes, sounds right.
It's your tree.
That would be quite lovely. I've not seen Sika blossom. This would be lovely for me and Mudbutt.
Is her request for a blossom completely innocent, or is she wheedling or hiding something about her motivations for asking for a blossom?
Oh, she definitely wants to see if there's some sort of power she can divine from it. She wants to see how she can mix it into herbs and poultices and basically utilize it like anything else. Sika's an immensely powerful tree. She could potentially even grow her own little garden gnomes if she wished.
You know she's just gonna smoke it.
But yes, Della definitely would love a blossom, just to see what kind of mischief she could get up to with it.
All right. Well, if we can aid your botanical badassery in whatever capacity, I'm for it.
Bring me that blossom, and we'll call it even for the destruction of my bough outside.
Well, that was self-defense, technically, but sure.
She waves.
You're not going to do something terrible and evil with it, right? You're not being sweet to us. It's not a trick.
Oh, define terrible and evil. That's very objective. Will I feed it to
we're leaving
Mudbutt?
without you.
No. Will I use it as a salad? No. What?
Like,
I
makes
will
a little
not-
go-on
yeah,
gesture at her.
These are the following things I will not do with the blossom. Place it upon the ground while it is not on a piece of white paper. Place it on the ground while it is not on a piece of black paper. Place it upon the wall while it is upon a wooden picture frame rimmed with oak.
Alright,
She will literally continue like this forever.
Flix could literally stand there and listen, but and while that would be hilarious, Flix will leave. Well, how about this? How about we just agree that you won't do anything with it that threatens the sanctity of Arctis or its denizens?
That's terribly broad. You're going to have to come back with a better pact, my dear.
All right, we will.
Goodbye.
Drion
She shuts the
looks over
door.
to Rain. Drion looks over to Rain. Is it really always this disorganized?
It's mostly just Flix likes to linger and talk to people long after we've said goodbye.
That's a lot of nonsense. I'm often the first to leave.
Bonsai, you will have to go this way in order to find the path downwards.
Wait,
Sorry,
to
which
the
way
left
is
or
this?
to the right?
Bonsai to your right.
Oh yeah, where they're headed?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Mostly it's Saithi's just kind of taking Bonsai for a ride, because Bonsai can't see more than 10 feet.
Like ever?
Yeah. I mean, in this map for sure.
He doesn't have dark
whatever.
vision. And this map is dark.
Oh, okay. So Bonsai does have 10-foot blind sight, but does not have dark vision.
That is
Correct.
correct. So he can only
But
see
can
10
see
feet away.
normally
Our
in normal light.
illusions,
It's
I'm
not
saying,
like you've only
very
got
limited
plant
power.
senses.
Flix, Rain, and Drion, you quickly lose sight of Bonsai in the very thick tree line.
Well, this
You hear
actually
a-
feels
Hey.
awfully familiar.
The path continues to the southeast. Where do you all go?
I don't know. I followed Rain.
We literally followed you, Bonsai, and you just flew off.
You followed me to the southwest, but then that's not where the path went, so we went southeast.
You know, things have taken a turn for the worse since Saithius returned.
Drion sighs very deeply.
Do you have anything to add, Drion?
Nothing constructive.
Oh, I didn't ask if it was constructive. I just wanted to know if you have something to add.
Drion has never
By
met
all
Sai.
means, complaints are welcome.
That's not really how we usually run things in the outfits I'm a part of.
Right, but that's definitely... Are you kidding? Have you not noticed how much whining we do? It's wonderful.
It is not wonderful. It's honestly quite off-putting.
Oh, well, you seem to want to do it and you're restraining yourself. It sounds like you're repressed to me.
He looks at Rain. Can we get going?
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Rain, look
Honestly,
at all this
Drion,
balled up
mostly
rage.
I mostly just ignore him.
You
when he
don't.
gets
You
like
reply to
this.
me constantly.
You all continue down the path and follow Bonsai, as he seems to know the way, with the map penned out by your, crone-like friend Della. And soon enough, you find yourself impossibly lost in the gargantuan undergrowth that persists both above and below you. But Bonsai presses on, pushing between lavender-colored fronds that are as wide, as wide apart as a man's arm, and just as long. You descend for what feels like hours. Even you have to dodge getting slapped in the face by trees and branches bent back by your struggling party mates. But eventually, you get to an area where it's slightly more clear, and a strange odor begins to fill your nose. One moment, please. Why are you playing twice?
So it occurs to me that I haven't given it a lot of thought, but we should probably have a plan for murdering these harpies. Do you have any ranged weapons, Drion?
Drion produces a bow.
Well, I have this one, which I think that you might like better. Flix starts rummaging around. Let me make sure it doesn't require a 2-minute mut.
I lack permission to be in this scene, apparently.
No, that was just Bonsai placing his steed on the board.
I got the red pop-up message or something.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
that'll happen every time Bonsai puts his steed on the board for some reason.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like this requires attunement, hilariously. I don't see anything about attunement. Am I crazy?
Can anybody else see what you're talking about?
Yeah,
The flaming dragon wing. How do I share it in the VTT?
On the top of the item, it should say link to chat or like item to chat on the very top. There you go.
Okay. I don't see anything in it that says that it.
Does not require attunement.
Cool. Yeah, I was. If I ever found another resonant gem, I was going to try to squeeze that onto my hand crossbow, but there's no reason why you can't use it in the meantime, Drion. So, I was planning to use this later, so I will want it back eventually, but in the meantime, you might find it more effective than any old bow you happen to have laying around.
Dreon takes it and gives it an appraising eye.
It
Well, if you
set
don't mind.
shit. Oh, not at all. It set shit on fire. I figured you'd appreciate that.
Why?
Why?
Dreon looks you over.
Why would you appreciate setting shit on fire?
Fire's messy, it draws attention. Why would I specifically appreciate that?
Because it fucking kills shit, Treon. I thought you appreciated that.
Quieter ways to do it, and he shrugs.
Do you want the bow or not? Do you want to set harpies on fire? Yes, no?
I'll take the bow.
All right. How do I fucking trade it to you?
I
don't know.
don't know. I'm on
Bottom,
like a pitch
bottom
black
left-hand
screen right
corner.
now.
Bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
I'm trying to click on Robert Treon. It's not work. Oh, request trade. There's a button there.
Robert Dreon.
Robert Dreon.
That's my new name.
Waiting for a response. Eh?
I accept.
All right. Now we're cooking with grease.
Let the man cook.
And let me give you. I have arrows for it too.
It says it doesn't need ammo in the description. It just makes its own.
Oh, cool. Even better.
Proof that I do read sometimes. Thank you.
There you are. That should be wonderfully effective. We'll find out.
Dreon gives a very curt nod and says, thanks. In the very Rexariest voice.
The humidity of this area is significantly higher than the higher parts of the arbor, and you all begin sweating profusely as you get down to this incredibly sticky and tropical area of Sika. Before you, Bonsai, is the last bit of remaining brush before you will push through to the clearing which you think might be the tip of the roots of Sika. You can have some time to prepare there in the bushes before you take a look at the area around you. But otherwise, you are all hot, wet, sticky, and tired like you've been hiking in the Everglades.
So, point of order. Do we want to take a brief respite before we push on?
I also am only seeing a black screen right now. Christina, should I just try reloading?
Like, all black?
Yeah, it's just an all black screen. All the icons, like the buff icons, are black.
You should reload, for sure.
Okay.
100%. And OP!
I see a swell flowery wallpaper that would not look out of place in a boba shop.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Rain, resting might be good for the party, but I don't think I will get much benefit from it. I feel like my power will take a little longer to replenish from Arctis.
Okay, duly noted. Flix, Dreon.
I mean, I feel all right, I think.
Couldn't hurt to maybe just take an hour and talk through what we want to do and rest up.
Yes. I would actually like to. So, Rain will get busy making a dome. I would like to be able to disintegrate something again.
Oh, well, you know, I'm generally in favor of that, so.
Bro, we would all like that.
You can disintegrate something every hour.
The party liked that.
I can get a little bit of my arcane power back with a little meditation.
That's amazing.
Otherwise, it's every 4 hours, usually.
This may be your last attempt at respite before you have to move on, so if you wish to rest, now would be the time.
Unless we got the equivalent of like a short rest from Della's house, but I assume not, so.
No, not during your psychological expansion.
We're actually exhausted now?
So are we long resting or short resting?
I was just proposing a short rest. It also lets, I think, you and I get some hit points back.
Yeah. And also all the hits and stuff.
Oh yeah, you actually recharge all your stuff on a short rest, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't no bitch Akashba anymore.
Wow.
Damn.
I am. I became the bitch.
I will recast Longstrider.
Well, are we short resting first?
I'm casting Longstrider after we short rest.
Is the DM approving?
That's
What do
fine.
you mean?
Okay.
Oh, of the short rest? Yes, that is
Yeah.
confirmed.
Short rest is fine.
What auto prompts me for arcane recovery?
Nice.
But it won't let me actually recover the spell slot that I want. Why?
I don't know, but if it's not working properly, you can override it. Has everyone completed their short rest?
Yeah, at the end of
Yeah.
the short rest, Bonsai just does a little ritual to enable speak with animals for themselves as a ritual, and to cast resistance on. Oh, I guess themselves. That was unintentional.
Oh,
Oh, right. Do any of us know anything that makes us resistant to poison?
Don't get hit.
That'll
You
definitely make you resistant to it.
That would prevent one from getting poisoned in the first place, but it doesn't exactly, prevent you from getting poisoned if you do get hit, which is a thing that can happen to any of us.
Nick,
If you stay
just-
close
just
to
in
me,
our-
you shouldn't be susceptible to disease, but that's not exactly the poison you're talking about.
Well, any protection from poison or disease seems applicable when we're fighting greasy harpies. I mean, one presumes that they are both poisonous and diseased.
Are they actually greasy?
It might
did you
actually
see
be
the
a little bit
grease dripping
racist,
off of that?
Flix.
What are you talking about? The feather literally left a grease trail on the
I don't know.
hag's
I
table.
think your assumption is a little problematic.
Flix just looks at you.
Well, no, it's a legitimate question. If I go to grapple them and they're actually greasy, like that would be a problem.
Elaborate,
probably be a
Rain.
problem.
What is problematic about presuming that harpies of all creatures are greasy, filthy, poisonous, and diseased? Harpies.
You're assuming an entire race are all of the things you just described. That seems pretty presumptuous. Although in this
These
case you might be
harpies-
correct.
Indeed. Exhibit A feather that left a trail of filthy grease. One feather. Presumably the entire beings are worse than that, right?
That is pretty gross.
It was disgusting. Glad someone agrees with me.
But I don't have anything to prevent poison or disease. That's not really my thing. So,
Well, Bonsai's all about purity. What about you, Bonsai? Do you have any tricks up your branches?
I feel capable of that for sure, but not right now. I'm not rested up enough for that.
We just rested.
That was a very short. I deal with much longer timelines than you do.
Ugh, trees are the worst.
Well, no, they turn carbon dioxide into oxygen, so all these beings can live and breathe.
who
the fuck is carbon dioxide?
Don't be hasty, Master Flix.
well,
Are
are we ready
these-
to murder some harpies?
The fuck is dioxide? What is that? Rain, you know things.
That sounds like some artificer thing. I don't know.
Well, no, I feel woefully unprepared, honestly, but we're going to do what we do anyway, which is rush in and find victory. We could try.
Why would
You
we
can
do that?
fly. Bonsai can fly. Drion can hop really? I don't know. Can you hop well?
I can make myself difficult to see, he says uncertainly.
Well, he also has a badass bow for poking things and setting them on fire.
Yes, Flix.
You
Great,
know,
I'm sure we'll be fine.
when you
totally
use
fine.
multiple affirmatives, it comes across as not very agreeable.
Hmm.
You are not disturbed during your short rest. And for a moment, a long moment, you take a drink from your water skins and begin to get your liquids back, but you have been sweating for quite some time. The heat is becoming oppressive. As you've been resting, you've also noticed a strange choking smell. Drian, you immediately recognize it as the smell of death and rot.
Drian sniffs around the air, one eyebrow furrowed. I'm gonna make would that be a survival nature check or perception maybe?
I'll make you make a perception check for me, please. You lift your nose to the air and sniff. Definitely something died around here. It's fresh. Something is definitely wafting on the wind, and the only thing that would make a smell like that would be a large animal or possibly a body.
Drian looks back. I don't think this is going to be very surprising, he says in a low voice. But there are corpses around here, at least one of them.
Rot, too, I imagine.
Drian nods.
You're right, not surprising, but concerning. Do we
Really?
really not have any... have a potion that causes poison? He's
Are you
rummaging
just
through
assuming
his
there's gonna be
satchel.
poison?
I just want to be prepared. Maybe there won't be poison. Maybe there won't even be disease, but I suspect that there will be both.
I can take time to heal maybe 2 of us if we get poisoned, but not everybody.
Alright, well, maybe I'm wrong, and everything will be fine.
Oh,
You can't be prepared for everything. The best thing you can do is just try to take them out before they take you out.
Well, no, you can't be prepared for everything, but you can be prepared for the obvious things.
I
Well,
can
we
summon a fire
obviously are not
elemental.
able to be prepared for this based on your line of inquiry.
oh, speaking of obvious, I just remembered that something about Arctis's power. When I touch you, I can actually remove some poison, in addition to disease. So
Oh.
just stay close to me or call me if you are running in danger, and we should be all right.
Alright, well, why didn't you say so?
I'm still figuring out my way in this world, Flix.
Alright, that's fair. I forget sometimes that you were reborn literally days ago. Alright, fine. Good, I feel better. Let's go kill some fucking harpies.
Well, great. Before we do that, we should find out their position.
Alright, I suppose I could have a look around.
Christine, my character's
Flix
just
will
poofed in-
cast invisibility on himself.
What's that, Bonsai? Sorry.
My character just poofed into mist.
Oh, he just went up. That's a fly animation.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because you can't see anything? Do you like float outside of your range of vision?
I just see shadows, yeah.
What the hell?
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
There we go. Well, actually, before I expend the spell, let's get a little bit closer and try to find out where they are, and then I'll do a little bit of investigating. Sound good? Also, Rain, can you bond us telepathically, or whatever it is you do?
Sure, yes. Rain will take the 10 minutes to telepathic bond.
Okay. You will be undisturbed during your 10 minutes as you prepare in the bushes. Once again, linking your minds. Oop, as I fall out of my chair. Linking your minds together. Adrian, it is a uncomfortable feeling.
You can see Drian just twitching a little bit, just very slightly.
The smell of hot, wet death somewhere out there on the horizon, stinking like a fetid swamp.
Sounds like a metal album.
Hot,
Wet Death.
Hot, wet death.
I thought
But,
I thought it sounded like a weekend in Miami. Jesus.
Also that. All right. Well, the dome is up for at least the next several hours until I leave it, so we're all safe in here if you want to go explore Flix.
All right, we can do that. Actually, you know, right? You can cast so many more spells than I can. Do you mind making me invisible?
But you can make yourself invisible, Flix.
I can, but if I do that, then I can't do other things that might be useful.
Rain will cast. What? No, fuck you. It's a concentration spell. Cast your own damn invisibility.
Ugh, fine. Well, I won't have any more second level spells, so no enhanceability, no silence, no suggestions.
Drion looks up during this discussion. Once upon a time, I lost a very painful battle to a group of mages, and now I find myself wondering if this is what they were discussing before that happened.
Probably.
Grunts.
Flix, will you still be able to make it dark if we need that?
Yes.
Excellent.
And Flix goes invisible.
One moment, Flix. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay. Flix.
He's like triple invisible.
Apparently.
And you all see just Flix shimmer away from view. Nothing is left behind. What do you do,
Except for
Flix?
bonsai.
All right. Well, which direction will we go in? Southwest, west, north?
Here you should go northeast. That's what the map shows.
All right.
Good luck,
There's-
don't die.
No promises, he says gloomily.
Well, at least let us know.
Flix, I'm going to actually push you out here instead of opening it in its entirety. And I'm going to pause it real quick to describe the scene. As you fly through the underbrush in order to get a better view of the things around you, you come across a tiny bit of a clearing in what seemed to be endless, dense foliage. Curious fungus and other large-leafed plants are all scattered around you as you stand or hover above, a full field of shimmering clover. Strange, horned plants poke up out of the dirt to the north. Look about curiously and descend back underground.
All right, well, there are thorny bastards that pop up out of the ground. No doubt there are more of them, so those of you who walk, it will suck for you. Apologies.
The other thing that you notice as you look further is that there is a chasm that divides where you are at and what seems to be the bottom parts of the roots of Sika. You can see a bit of the bottom parts of the root of Sika, pale pink here, just barely showing through the dirt, and with a few pale lavender blossoms just in bloom on the very bottom of it. The root continues to the north, acting like a makeshift bridge across the chasm. But sitting on the bridge, like a makeshift perch, is a host of angry, hungry-looking vultures. They do not look around with curious bird eyes, but their mouths gape open, and a single eyeball is located centrally in their mouth, and they turn their broken and scarred necks about as they tremble on the branch, looking with that haunting, unblinking eyeball for a new meal.
Well, that's thoroughly disgusting. Well, there are eyeball vultures here, and look like fungus werewolves.
Across the chasm, just shifting amongst the glowing clover, are some shambling forms, patched together from what appears to be parts of men, furs of wolf, and bits of vine and twine, held together by necromantic magic. These faux Garu shamble around and sniff with their attached wolf heads, while their human-like eyes gaze around. They seem to patrol the very base of this great sloping area that is the base of the roots of Sika. You can see from your vantage point at least 2 across the chasm, not to mention the host of bone collectors, probably waiting for their next meal to come from anything that might accost the faux Garu.
All right. I can fly up into clear air, right?
There is about 20-foot clearance before you hit the roof.
All right, let's do a quick circuit. Try not to die. Going to give general plants a wide berth. You heard about the eyeball vultures, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. There's definitely 3 of those, and 2 of those fur-bedecked fungus zombie things. 3. I just found another one. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that is. Does the Fogaroo react at all as I zip by overhead?
Make me a perception check.
Then 11.
It does not seem to notice you.
Cool. Do you want me to make a stealth roll too? Or only one called for?
You can make a stealth check with advantage. Okay.
29.
You may continue your scouting.
Oh, I cannot cross the chasms.
That is correct.
Oh, I think I found path to the north.
Is that what we're trying to get?
Well, there are no harpies out here, so one presumes so. It looks as though it leads to some sort of cave network. I'm rather reluctant to explore that alone.
Felix, this does go underground, and the stench of death is growing stronger from the mouth of the cave. It is choking and nigh overbearing.
Oh, right. Yes, that is an appalling stink of rotting death. I'm not going in there alone, actually. I'm just not going to do it. How about that?
Just to be, you said you didn't see any harpies, but I just want to be 100% crystal clear. Did you look up, though?
Yes, I'm flitting about at roughly the ceiling. We're underneath the canopy here. There's more cavern. All right, there's 2 cavern entrances, one on the left and one on the right. Both can only be reached by roots that are poking up out of the earth over extremely deep chasms, and they're guarded by horrifying monsters. So this is going to be a fun adventure for you all.
Flix, I'm going to pause it right there as you enter the cave. Flix, as you enter, immediately on your right, you see a mass of quivering flesh, probably entrails or some sort of offal, that is just sitting in a heap in a stinking pile surrounded by flies on the right. Further on into the cave, amongst some guano-covered mold that sticks to the walls, you see the backside of a harpy. Its form covered in blood, feces, and other unwashed misgivings. It seems to be feeding small pieces of the tendon and tripe behind it to a host of unsightly beings. The harpy itself is a twisted bird-like form, not attractive in the least. Its possibly once raven-like head now is more mockingly like a chicken. It regurgitates its food upon this, a misshapen small being that wants to look like local flora and fauna, but is mostly just pieces of stitched together nightmare. It is horrifying to watch it feed. Flix, make me a wisdom check. Flix, you feel very unnerved by what you see, and the the semblance of fear begins to creep into your heart. For the time being, you are so unnerved, it will serve as a distraction, and you will have a -2 to all your perception-based checks.
Alright, well, this was a stupid fucking idea. Let's just go home. You don't need a tree, Sai. I found the
know when you're
harpies, by
far
the
away
way.
from me, you might be a little fearful, but when you come close, those fears should melt away.
No, it's disgusting. It's not that I'm afraid, it's that it's revolting. Harpies are horrible, there's nothing sexy about them, and you should know, by the way, Rain, that I could see the name of it's a plague harpy. It says plague harpy right on the tin, just in case anyone was wondering.
They come in a tin.
Anyway, that's not the point. The point is that I found the harpies, and they're in the cave, and the cave is full of horrible, pulsating masses of flesh, and harpies feeding more flesh to more flesh things that look like rotting deer and whatnot, and it's horrible, and we should not go here. We can just there's some flowers right here. We can just grab them and go.
Well, that doesn't get us the information that we need, though, Flix.
No, maybe there's another way. This is a bad idea. Someone was going to come out of this with a permanent disease. And it's not going to be me. Some sort of horrible rotting affliction.
Now, did you find any potential good spot to infiltrate from? Is there a good point of ingress to get at where we need to go?
Unfortunately, no. Everything is guarded by one sort of monstrosity or another, and the entryways are not particularly promising. The cavern on the left is smaller, about 5 feet wide. The one further to the northeast is slightly larger, perhaps 10 feet wide in places. The only... was that a crack, Christina, or was that a tight tunnel that would not allow the harpy to fly?
You saw them?
Yeah, the tunnel on the left. Was that like a tight tunnel? Or is that like a wide thing?
They could fly in that. It's about 10 feet.
Okay. They do appear to be two different tunnels. I did not actually spot any harpies in the right-hand tunnel. I did see one feeding some sort of awful brood in the left-hand tunnel. I suspect that to clear out the harpies, we're going to have to go through the entire tunnel network, though.
You said that walking around there would be difficult, yes?
There is one place that crossing the chasm from our side to the side where the tunnels are will carry some risks. However, if we want to encounter the least resistance, my advice, if it's possible, is to skirt due east, circle all the way around, avoid various flowers that poke out of the ground, cross the larger route there into the tunnel network to the northeast. If we're successfully stealthy, we might be able to avoid any conflict with strange eyeball vultures and the shambling zombie werewolf things.
I don't get the feeling all of us necessarily move in what we would call stealthy manner.
You are correct. We are bound to fail, but it is our best shot for avoiding
you're still
unnecessary
invisible, right,
entanglements.
You're still invisible, right?
Well, I'm invisible. I don't have any more spells that will... Perhaps you can make others invisible.
I would love to. If Bonsai, would you mind departing your noble steed? Can you recall your steed at will?
No. It is actually a very complex process if I understood the ritual properly.
That's unfortunate, because I can't make Saithius invisible, but I can make all of us invisible.
Actually, any spell which affects Bonsai affects Bonsai's steed.
Oh ho ho! Okay then.
This includes buffs, by the way.
Wait, is that true?
Where's
Yeah.
that coming from?
Can you link that ability?
Read the description of your paladin steed, man.
Link it. Link.
Linked.
Okay. You control
While mounted
mount.
on it, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you also cast the mount. So that's something that I would have to cast.
Yeah, it
you
would
have
be
to cast it?
because she's also using an AOE spell, which should not be affected by this. It would be only Sai.
Yeah.
So she could cast invisibility on Bonsai directly, and it would also invisibility his steed. But if she's casting it as an AOE,
Oh, I see the problem. Okay.
Well, no. It's I can make. So it's only
which
Bonsai
line
can
is
do it.
that?
The second paragraph, second sentence. While mounted on it, you can make any spell you cast that targets only you. Also targets them.
Oh,
So you cast, okay.
Okay, all right. That's important.
So like a divine smite or something, I could have the mount be divine.
Yeah, like any of the concentration-based smite spells, you could probably have the mount also cast. Bless, stuff like that, or not bless. The armor spell that you can cast only on yourself, that kind of thing.
Well, I guess Saithius is going to stay out here.
I think Saithius will be able to bring me into combat quickly. I don't know if invisibility makes sense for me.
Okay, the alternative seems to be fighting through hordes of horrifying monstrosities, which I'm okay with, but these are the trade-offs.
We could potentially try to lure them out.
We could. I thought about that, but here's the thing. In the caverns, they're in the cavern. Out here in the forest, they'll be able to fly wherever they wish. With your glaive, Christina, the ceiling in the caverns was 10 feet, you said?
10 feet. Mm-hmm.
The caverns are only 10 feet tall. You could use your glaive there and reach them quite handily. Even if
What
they
I
were
was
trying to
thinking is
fly.
we could potentially lure them out here and then set the forest on fire, but that might not be amenable to everyone.
Well, not to mention, wouldn't exactly do anything. They could just and then let us perish in the fire.
There's a lot of forest to set on fire, too.
I mean,
It is also a lot of. It is like trying to light the Everglades on fire. So.
Well, I have another idea. I could make Dreon a giant ape, and he could be a distraction.
No.
Ape out!
But you can smash things.
No.
No,
I don't do
fair.
transfiguration.
Well, there you have it. So,
Stealth it is.
my recommendation is infiltration in this case. I'm all for an ambush, but we're not really in a good position to ambush, per se. If we had something to trap them with, do you have anything in your bag of tricks? I don't.
Flix, how far did you say the cave was?
Oh, I have to say at least 100 yards.
100 yards or 100 feet?
Well, I suppose it would be 100 feet, because these squares are measured in feet and not yards.
I mean, if we're gonna be fighting there, if Rain, you and Dreon sneak across, I can just get there in 6 seconds, as soon as you start the fight.
Well, I think the point is we're not trying to start a fight we're trying to get into the cavern? No? A misunderstanding?
Yes, about 120 feet to the closer entrance, but what we want to do is skirt all the way around to the entrance to the northeast. And here's the problem, Bonsai. If you come flying across, and we've successfully snuck into the cave without alerting the various monstrosities outside, why then you'll just alert them and bring all of them with you.
Do we know they're all working together?
Why don't you just leave Bonsai here, and Bonsai can come to you if needed?
Yes, that could work.
Boom, problem solved. Alright.
Well, hang on, hold on. If that were the case, Scythius is going to do the exact same thing you just said Bonsai would do, which is drag all of the horrifying shit out here directly on top of our heads.
Right, which we don't do unless we get into a fight outside, is my point. So don't call Bonsai unless everything's gone to hell in a handbasket outside. If we successfully infiltrate the tunnels without alerting monstrosities, well then you leave Bonsai here, curled up, neat and cozy, while we murder harpies. Or, catch horrific, lifelong diseases. Whatever happens first.
You're really concerned about diseases all of a sudden, Flix. I've never noticed you have a concern about diseases before.
That's because they're fucking gross, and I haven't fought things that cause disease before. What was the last disease thing that we fought? I don't recall anything. Exactly.
You fought horrifying zombie creatures there before.
Right, but they weren't oozing with disease, they were just dead.
Alright, are we going in or are we not?
Well, you're gonna make us invisible first, right?
Yes, is that what we're doing?
Also, Rain, I really have to say, you don't understand. It smells appalling in there. There was a quivering pile of viscera that was pulsing on its own. This is not the sort of place that I would normally frequent.
Alright, are we ready?
Don't like it.
Make us invisible already.
Oh. And sure enough, everyone disappears from view. Let me mark Flix as invisible real quick.
Is he not? He's still invisible on my screen.
Does he have the buff? Oh, he does have the buff. Okay,
Yeah.
that's correct. All
He's
right.
floating over his buff.
That is accurate. You all disappear from each other's sight.
Alright, so you said due east and then across the chasm, and that's the cavern we're looking for?
Yes, all the way around until we reach the wall of impenetrable vegetation, and then we should sneak north from there.
Okay.
If I can find my way out of this doorway.
None of us can see each other, so
That's why we clarified all the way to the east and then north.
All the way to the east. Hug tight to the wall, please.
It's like going through a zone in EverQuest. Hug the zone wall.
Oh man, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Thanks for bringing back terrible memories.
You crunch
You
through
might not be
the
able to see
undergrowth.
Bonsai, but you can very much hear them.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
All right, now coming up, it's a little bit further ahead, but there's one of those curious, pokey thorn flower things. Give it a wide berth. I suspect, I don't have any proof, mind you, but I suspect that much like bonsai, it can sense without the sense of sight. Tread lightly.
1 second. Sorry, I do need to remove your steed from the map because it is fucking with my map. But you can, he is there. Let's just consider him there. It's just stretching out my map because it's considering him as his own token. Okay, please continue. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Well, I only saw one stealth check for Bonsai. I would like to see everybody else make a stealth check at this point, please.
Bonsai would make the stealth check at advantage. So
Correct.
'cause you're
Then I'll have
invisible.
him roll a 1d20 one more time. Okay, Rain crits the stealth Okay.
Incredible.
Absolutely incredible stealthing from Bonsai.
I'm doing it.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Advantage, Trion.
Oh, well, it already. Okay, I'm just gonna roll a d20 then.
Yep, one more. Okay.
Okay, this is worse. So he's got a 15.
As you all begin to creep through the brush, noticing the faux Garu that is to your northwest, Bonsai is just tromping through this forest as loud as he possibly could, like your upstairs neighbor coming home drunk at 3 a.m.
I can sense that. Can I take an action before there are consequences? I would like.
It does get to make a perception check first, so hold on. Hold your horses. What would you like to do, Flix?
If I notice it noticing, I would like to fly overhead and just drop some ball bearings in the bushes, like behind it, like over here, so that they clatter off of the branches and stuff.
Sure. It turns towards the party. It does not see anything, but you notice its form turn towards the mushrooms that the party is currently hiding behind.
Yeah, I'll let a small handful of ball bearings like land on this root so that they make a clattering sound.
The thing turns back around once again to investigate the noise.
I'm going to make a few more clatterings this way in hopes of leading it away from the party.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
With advantage?
Yes, you will also have to make me another stealth check as well. With advantage.
20 on the sleight of hand check.
Okay.
31 on the stealth.
Okay. Let's see if he sees you.
The jig is up, Flix!
Where's he going, Flix?
Oh, he, like, way overshoots and, like, runs over to the chasm like, oh, there's something over here.
He will take his full round of movement. Bum, 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 bum. And go this way.
And relieved, Flix will zip back over this direction. Alright, I think that I've removed that particular obstacle. Keep heading north and watch that flower to the west. Oh shit, there's
flower?
one more across the way. Let's see if I can get it out of our path.
Rain, from right there, I need you to make me a perception check. Flix, you can also make me a perception check. Both of you here, from the other side of the plant, this thing here, there's some sort of like low rustling. This odd-shaped plant is either moving or shifting on its own, but you can't be sure. You just can hear the soft, almost cloth-like rustling sound it is emitting.
Don't love that. Alright. We may have a problem.
Go on.
Alright, so there are these red tentacled plants. I didn't notice it before because it wasn't moving, it just looked like part of the undergrowth. But there's one directly across from the route that you'll need to cross in order to get to the chasm. I don't know how close you can get to it without arousing its ire, so to speak.
Well, at this point, we feel pretty committed, so move quietly.
Right. And I'll try to get this other zombie jerk to perhaps cross the route this direction. And I'll try to use a few more ball bearings in order to get this Fogaroo to follow me across the.
Rain, I'm gonna stop you right there. Rain, make me a perception check. And then make me a dex save immediately after that. Okay. One moment. Rain, you walk towards this route, and you brush up against this plant, just slightly. And you see under it another one of these pulsating red round sack things that Flix is referring to, that's making the soft cloth-like noise. And as you grit your teeth and look under it, it is not a trunk of a tree or a branch, but a cluster of many cocoons that has been attached to this tree. And the cocoons have something inside that is moving. Probably insect-like in nature, but there are hundreds of these fat red cocoons on the outside of this tree. And as you take a careful step back in order to not disturb them anymore, you see at the base of the tree some bones can be found scattered about, half buried in the dirt.
This one is what you're saying?
Yep, this plant right here.
Well, there's also one of those things right here, actually, at the trunk. It definitely is eating things.
You could
So don't
almost
get too
hear
close.
the wheezing of the pupating insects inside.
Flix, I wonder if you should actually bring the Garu thing to the east, and we go across the branch to the west.
Well, there's another. Well, all right, I can try that.
Can you check under the large pink flower on the other side of the chasm?
Yeah, all right.
They seem to be hidden under there as well.
Flix descends and peeks underneath this flower.
Flix, as you lift, as you peer underneath without touching the fronds, you do not see any of those pupa underneath.
All right, and I will peer under this one too to make sure there are no other surprises.
Go over there.
Is that close enough?
I'll say it's close enough. You peer underneath this one, and you see a couple of shed cocoons. These have already hatched.
All right, that might be the ticket.
All right. Gonna back up. Oh, it bumps into bonsai. Excuse me, bonsai. We're gonna turn around.
Well, Bonds, I'm gonna put you back down on the ground. Apologies.
All right, stupid. Let's see if I can get you going this direction. I will drop ball bearings so that they clatter off of stone over here. Try to get the attention of this Fogaroo.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
24.
Perfect. You toss them over carefully, backhandedly, not giving away your position. Let's see if he will notice. Agitated by the noise, the thing turns and begins to investigate further.
All right.
Taking that as a sign.
Yes,
Rain will
it's
start.
moving my direction, so get across quickly, would you?
Does the tree look, or the tree branch look weak in any way, or is it easily going to hold our weight?
You can make me a nature check, Bonsai. As all three of you stand on it, it's slightly squishy, as if it has been afflicted with some sort of root rot. And with the three of you on it, it gives slightly, but not entirely. All three of you can cross safely, but you do notice the worrying rot that has afflicted the inside. It'll eventually reach the outside.
And this is clearly one of the roots of the main tree, right?
Yes, this is a root of Sika.
Rain, this is not good. Sika's not in good shape at all.
No, were we under the impression that she might be? It
I
might
was
be?
hoping before it was a dream, and dreams are usually not true.
Oh no, it seemed pretty clear to me that you were actually having a memory type flashback situation, not really a dream. Easy to mistake, though.
Are you finished loitering outside? Get into the fucking tunnel, would you?
Yes, we're going.
And watch out. I'm sure that there's all kinds of horrific things inside there.
Fucking reeks in here. Triad is actually covering his nose with one of his hands.
Smells like wet, dead possum in here.
The Miami analogy holds.
Welcome to Miami.
Benito,
Miami.
All right, now that I'm not here alone anymore, I can scout ahead if you wish.
Perfect.
We're all invisible. Do any of us know where it is?
We're just kind of bumping into each other a bunch.
Bonsai can sense everybody else, but yeah, what they do.
We
with
did
that.
call out the pathing we were supposed to take, so
Yeah, right now it's, don't consider yourselves aware of each other's presences.
Bonsai's
Bonsai
been trying to
and
stay
balls.
within 10 feet of Rain the entire time.
Flix, as you look ahead, the filth-covered walls extend to the west and the east.
Anywhere I should be going and stopping?
Well, stop at this fork.
Dreon, stop.
Flix,
That's...
as you fly forward and stride forward confidently into the T section of the tunnel, looking towards the east, you immediately see a large pile of entrails, fresh and glistening, covered in a healthy amount of flies. Possibly one of the things that is producing a stink, but judging by the freshness of it, maybe not. It's probably what is further in the cave. To the east, across another small chasm, a cloister of harpies sits around a large piece of animated flesh. The flesh itself, composed of parts and pieces, most likely regurgitated from the harpies, is taken on a form that can only screech and scream in terror. The blood harpies and the plague harpies seem to revel in its pseudo-suffering and freely feed it more regurgitated offal. One moment. Adrian, what was your most recent stealth check?
I think it was a 16.
Adrian, Bonsai, and Flix, all of you roll stealth for me.
Remember, you
Advantage or
guys still have it. You still have advantage because you're invisible.
Go ahead. Yep, advantage.
Didn't matter.
One moment.
What do you mean it didn't matter? That's still a pretty good roll.
Oh, I just rolled 2 of the same.
Oh.
One moment. Sorry, I had to scroll through these. Okay. Okay. The dirge of harpies surrounding the animated, quivering offal continue their horrendous song that is a low tone and echoing throughout the cavern. And for a moment, as you step into the cavern, Bonsai's wooden foot crunches upon a piece of stone, or perhaps bone, below. And one of the harpies turns towards the back of the cave. You see its eyes, or what's left of them, searching in the darkness, as the remains of its black raven feathers stick to random parts of its body. And the eyes that glow with hate and malice search the cavern and see nothing amiss, and turns back towards whatever it is doing with this quivering pile of meat.
Telepathically. So, as I was saying, being here is a terrible, terrible mistake.
Freon dashes off onto the other side of the fork.
Rain, I will need you to also make me a stealth check. Okay, you can cross.
Alright, this tunnel is clear so far as I can tell. Oh, that's the bottom half of someone.
Parts and pieces lie strewn about the filth-ridden cave.
So what
I'm
are we
going down the
exactly...
left. I'm going down the left fork.
Is there another fork, Trion? Oh, you mean the
Yes.
one right at the entrance?
The one at the entrance.
Right here, Flix, the path branches off to the north and back down towards the south. The strong odor of swamp gas emanates from the south.
There's another opening to the south here. I think this leads to that narrower tunnel that I found, which means that there is likely to be a harpy and whoever knows what else nearby, so be extra quiet, would you?
What are we looking for exactly?
I
Oh,
don't know
there's
harpies to
somebody's
kill.
legs.
But maybe there's something deeper inside that we can kill first?
Some source of the corruption, perhaps?
Right. Are all these flowers corrupt, by the way?
You can make me a nature check.
Oh, I wouldn't know what to look for. I'll make it anyway.
Yeah, you can definitely try.
No idea.
Hmm.
Well, I got a 10.
Well, they're growing, but you've never been one for a green thumb. What?
Alright, this
How
is a
corrupt
much-
could they possibly be? They're pink and beautiful.
Alright, this is a very large cavern. Watch yourselves at this opening.
Flix, I'm gonna pause it right here. As you turn the corner to the north, it does expand into a massive cavern. There is a large, gaping crevice in front of you, and directly across the way you can see another pile of innards going up into another cave. Bioluminescent mushrooms dot the cave here and there, giving it an eerie glow, but only illuminating the corpses and parts and bodies that are strewn everywhere. Somewhere down in the deep part of the cavern, there is another route that spans the chasm, but it is much further down and would require climbing down, crossing, and climbing back up. Further into the cave, 2 plague harpies are busily filling a nest with their filth and other body parts. There are pink blossoms sewn into the nest, as these harpies are currently brooding. It looks very in odd contrast with the obvious shit-created nests that the harpies are currently busily working on. Another harpy across the chasm feasts on rotted flesh under the light of one of these glowing mushrooms, and another one further on in the cavern is taking the worst picking, say, skinny arm, clearly the lowest on the totem pole around here. The cavern does open up worryingly to the right, and descends into a much larger crevasse and darkness to the left. You don't know how far it goes down.
Well, I'd lose my invisibility, but I could try to hypnotize the harpies that are guarding the larger cavern. And if we're quick to kill the friend to the south that's gnawing on the skinny arm, we might be able to get through without alerting the entire cave network that we're here.
How do we get over there, though?
Well, there's this giant root in the middle here.
Oh, I see.
I mean, that's mildly terrifying. Falling off of it wouldn't be great.
I'm gonna pause it real quick. Bonsai, as you step into the cavern and see the expanse before you, the room does open up to the east, and a large root of Sika spans the cavern. Large, pink blossoms, pink and white blossoms, sprout from the length, and a filthy harpy nest is tucked in between. Another harpy is singing a dirge to something that is laying in the waters of the cave, some fetid, stinking pool. And curled up in the water, if you squint just right, you see a shrunken form with multiple heads, dragon-like in appearance. Clearly weak, there are wounds across its body. It is not moving. Its eyes are closed. It lays upon one of the roots, and the root seems to go through this creature's form. And the root pulses as ambient power is being pressed into this twisted draconic form.
I'm not sure I can understand what I'm sensing, but it's definitely not good, and if there's a source of corruption, that might be it over there to the east. Flix, can you see better?
Where exactly?
Due east from us, over by the glowing roots. I think. It's a weird sense that I have.
Alright, well, I'll try to take a look.
Be
You think-
very quiet, though. This has a lot of evil around.
With respect, you be quiet. I think I can manage.
Do you think the roots are drawing power from it, or do you think it is pushing power to the roots?
How tall is the ceiling in here, Christina?
Flix, make me a stealth check.
Sure.
20 feet.
Oh, it's still 20 feet? I figured it'd be higher in here. My mistake. Oh, they might actually be able to make that one.
Moment. Flix, you fly quietly over the chasm. The harpies in the nest, the one feeding on the arm and the one feeding on the leg, do not seem to notice you.
Rain, I'm not sure if it's going in or out, or maybe a little bit of both, but it can't be natural, and this can't be good if they're protecting and allowing this to continue.
Is Rain
Flex, what do you
muted?
think? No.
Yep,
No?
I was.
Oh.
Oh.
Hi, Rain.
Is this where we want to make our stand then?
Well, I mean, this is a very large amount of harpies, and if they can shriek and call their fellows, then it would be sandwiched between them and all the other ones pouring through the tunnel behind us.
Well, that's going to happen with anything that we engage further in these tunnels unless we clear it out systematically from front to back. So, if you're concerned about that, we should go back to the entrance and kill the harpies there and keep going in.
Well, I could have casted silence into this tunnel behind us at a choke point, but I can't cast that spell anymore. I cast invisibility instead.
Good thing you did too, because it allowed us to all go invisible in here.
No, that was an area effect spell. You could have cast it on me too.
No, I could not have.
Well, it's
Didn't have a
irrelevant
spell
now.
ready for it.
What we can do is we can try to entice several of them into a group. Do you have any fun tricks like...
Like a fireball, Flix. You've asked me this like 3 times since Akasha
I
left.
said like a fireball, not an fireball.
No.
Akin
Before we
to...
decide on what to do against all these, what if Dreon observes them a little bit? He mentioned before that he could kind of figure out enemy strengths and weaknesses if he looks at them for a minute.
I'm gonna be honest, they're harpies. They crave man flesh. I mean, I could try, but I'm not sure we're gonna glean any particularly useful insights at this juncture. I would say it probably makes more sense to go back to the beginning of the tunnel and deal with that first group there, although I have considerably less experience with whatever the fuck that blood meat puppet thing was.
I'm disinclined to fight. Well, eventually we're gonna have to kill all of them, right?
Presumably. Oh, you know what? I do have something fireball-like. I could summon a fire elemental. It's fire.
No, I
It's
mean...
got one of the words.
It's not a horrible idea.
I've got a
Christina.
net.
Do you want me to see what's deeper into these tunnels?
Oh. Which tunnels?
Well,
Exactly.
the tunnels proceed to the northeast and the northwest.
Which one would you like to go down? All alone?
Neither at all, actually. But, you know, brave heroes and such.
I don't know. I'm
Why
kind
don't
of the
we
mind
find
that we make our stand here. Worst case scenario, a couple of harpies from the beginning of the tunnel make their way to us eventually, but the deeper in we go, the more risk we're going to have of being sandwiched between a rock and a disgusting place.
Right. Christina, do they appear to have any ranged weapons aside from projectile vomit?
They do not appear to be armed.
How much do you want to bet? I bet you the next artifact level magic weapon that we find, or object, Rain, that these harpies projectile vomit things on us. Do you accept the wager?
I absolutely accept no wagers as a rule from a fae.
No, come on.
No, you don't need an artifact weapon anyway.
Well, why not?
Because you're you, Flix. You've got a beautiful quiver that I made for you.
I know, I love it. Thank you.
Anyway,
All right, well,
Should've
we're going to
noted
get
them all
vomited
here.
on a lot. That's all I'm saying.
probably.
So I hope you're prepared for that.
I'm sure we're gonna have a whole lot of horrible things happen to us in here. It seems
All
like
right.
a horrible cave.
All right, well, here, I'm going to at least divide and conquer a little bit. Say when, and I'm going to try to catch all of them in a hypnotic pattern over here. Try to take them out of the fight.
Give me a moment.
Where's here?
The northern part of the cavern, where the big nest is.
And
There's
by all
3 that
them-
are close enough together that I think I can catch them all.
Okay, but the other many you won't catch, right?
Well, there's a risk. What I could try doing is, Flix searches through his bag. Oh, my bag is invisible too, so he feels around his bag. No.
Flicks from roll me a 1d100.
$86.
Oh, thanks.
Should I be concerned?
You should always be concerned.
Okay. I'm gonna step back here. Drion, can you come join me over by these pink flowers over here?
Yeah.
Flix is going to... He finds a little tiny perfume bottle, grins to himself. It is this. Christina.
Okay.
I want to uncork it and toss it into this nest so that it lands with an audible tinkle.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Still with advantage?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
28.
With a backhanded flip, you toss the perfume vial into the nest, and it lands with a tinkle. The 2 harpies in the nest look over immediately and begin scratching about with their giant clawed feet, screeching at each other in some sort of horrific dialect.
Oh, I should have put on my hat. I
Alright,
actually
Flix,
have...
what are you doing?
I'm trying to gather them into the nest.
Hmm.
Does this one get curious and get closer? Is it allured by the,
One second. They both notice, but do not move, as they are lower on the pecking order. And if they went into that nest, they would probably get assaulted. They know their place, but they both know it's there. They do not move.
Well, that was my attempt to gather them all together. I still should be able to get the 3 of these, though.
Do you want me to summon a fire elemental?
Yes, let me do this first. Do save me if they all descend on me in a screeching mass.
One does take a cautious step forward.
And I'm going to cast here and try to catch all 3 of them in it.
Go ahead.
if I can find hypnotic pattern. How about I cast it off of my character sheet instead? That'll be faster. So I have to target them, right?
It'll just ask you to place a reticle and you put it on them.
Oh, perfect. All right. Spellbook. Hypnotic pattern.
You put the template. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can catch anything else in it, but it's really just these three. Oh no. Place it there. Close enough for hand grenades. I needed to move the map.
All right, each of them will make a wisdom save.
And then I would like to use a bonus action to hide.
Two of the harpies, the ones in the nest, who were currently looking at the perfume of bewitching, look up as the hypnotic pattern begins to form in the cave. They stare at it with beaks agape. Two of them are charmed. Flix, make me a stealth check. 21.
Yeah, I'm sort of hiding amid the cracks in the cavern over here.
There is one, however, that is not charmed by your display and attempts to find you.
Ooh.
Oh. It looks about, but does not see Flix pressed up against the tip top of the cavern.
All right, my spell is cast.
All right. Well, this is going to get very loud very quickly, so I hope everybody's ready. Dreon, could you help me out with that nifty bow of yours? I need a little bit of fire. And Rain pulls out a large bowl and sets it on the ground, and it suddenly appears. And
Right now, then.
Yep, right now. And Rain's going to use... I don't know why it needs a measured template, but sure. Use the Brazier of Commanding Fire Elementals to summon a fire elemental.
Okay. 1 moment, please.
Drion's gonna shoot a fiery arrow into the bowl.
This kills the invisibility.
You both are no longer invisible. Please remove your invisibility buffs. However...
Does that kill Bonsai as well?
Technically Bonsai is still invisible because Rain is concentrating on it still. So I don't have invisible anymore on my list of things.
I got rid of it. It was
wait a
on your
minute.
buffs.
Wait a minute. I still have Azrael buffs. Okay, never mind. I had to click back on Rain.
Hold on. Yeah, let me
There you go.
let me fix you real quick. I'll release you and give you rain. There you go.
All right. Well,
With a blast as Drion aims at the brazier, a fire elemental erupts and turns towards Rain.
hello. Lovely to meet you.
He crackles.
So there's a handful of harpies over there across this chasm. You want to go have some roast chicken? And Rain commands him to go, I don't know, like kill that nearby one, like the one that was like right here.
All right. This will begin the combat. Are you all ready?
About damn time.
All right, let's see if our friend, the harpy over here, will notice Rain and Drion coming out of stealth. Rain and Drion, make me a quick stealth check.
I mean, we're not being stealthy, so.
That's true. Okay.
No need to play it quiet.
Oh, there's a giant, like, plume of fire erupts from the fucking hallway. It's
Hey,
fine.
you hide behind it. You hide behind it. I can hide behind a fire elemental.
It is not subtle. And the fire elemental roars, filling the cavern with sound. 1 moment, please. Let's get a good banger here.
And real quick, during all this waiting time, Bonsai was communicating back to Scythius of the path they took, just in case it needs to be requested for backup.
Okay. The harpy across the chasm unleashes a terrible screech. Ooh, that was not the screech I was looking for.
Nope.
Also terrible. We'll give it a good
Good scraw.
scraw! The charmed harpies are too busy being charmed, but the rest of the cavern within earshot is alerted. 1 moment, please.
I don't know about you, John, but I like my chances better here on the ground. And I suspect things are going to be coming from this particular section of the cavern, so...
Dreon looks over at Rain. So the plan was just make giant fire elemental and then kill everything that shows up, right?
That's the plan, yeah?
Yeah, simple enough.
I need everybody to roll initiative for me. Oh.
Initiative? Initiative go? Oh, right. I have to do the thing where I manually add the situational bonus.
I like to imagine Dreon's doing like the casual Casey Jones thing. Like, you pull out your goalie stick, you gotta like kiss it, you know, kind of like polish it, brush it off a little bit, and then get ready to fucking forehead slam some harpies.
Rain,
I'm
you're
so
still
distracted by it.
concentrating on invisibility, right? Or wait, no,
Yes.
Flix, you have your own invisibility, right?
No,
My invisibility dropped, and I'm hiding, and I cast
Can you
the...
can you remove your invisibility?
It's not listed in my buffs.
There was like 3 invisibilities, and I think only like 1 or 2 of them went away. It was being kind of funky.
Okay, let me fix you.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we remember that I'm concentrating on the spell that's keeping the 2 harpies in the nest hypnotized, then we're good.
Oh yeah, let me attach concentrating to you real quick.
Yeah, I can't see myself or anyone else, though.
It's because you're jammed too high in that wall.
Oh, how did that happen?
I don't know.
Should...
Wait, you can't see yourself? Oh,
I can't
it's
see
because
any...
there you go.
Okay,
You
I
should
still
be able to
can't
see
see my dude fellow, though. But at least I can see everyone else again.
I'm sorry, can you be more descriptive?
I can't see my portrait. I'm still invisible. Even though invisibility went away. Oh,
Okay,
now
that is
everything's
helpful.
gone.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe just delete my token and...
I just did that.
There we go.
I do need to re-add you to initiative.
What did I roll? A 24, I think?
All right, everybody else roll initiative? I'm assuming that's a yes?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, here's the good old... What was I saying in Kamos this week, Christina, about initiative and ascended?
You were right. Flakes, you're up. The
All right,
harpy
well,
has alerted the rest of the crew.
This is the alert harpy.
It is.
First, insight check.
This one is charmed, and this one is charmed. Sorry. What would you like to know?
I would like to know if they have any vulnerabilities.
It does not.
All right. So, in that case, I am going to launch a sneak attack on it with my trusty crossbow.
All right, let's see it.
And just because they're infinite anyway, I'm still going to use my silver ammunition.
Okay.
Actually, these guys don't count as shapeshifters, right?
I'm not answering that.
You don't know.
All right. Well, also since it reuses ammunition, I'll try using a silver bolt of slaying shapeshifters and see if that has an effect.
You do know they used to be were-ravens.
Yeah, maybe this is it. I'm trying to do the roll. Oh, I have to target. Right. I'm so bad at this.
All right, that'll
Listen, that
hit.
hits.
Yep, sure does. A bolt streaking out of the darkness towards one of the harpies. It will not make that save. It is not technically a shapeshifter.
All right, that's fine. All right. And did it do the sneak attack damage too? I don't think it did. It did not.
I don't think it did anything. Okay, now let me also apply the 7.
All right. You know what? I'll just do one more normal attack.
Oops. I don't know why that did an additional 7. It's like, make me a con save. I'm gonna make this with a plus 99 because it's not a shapeshifter.
Oh, you know what? Let me switch to the other ammunition so that it doesn't cause problems for you.
It giga saves.
All right, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to hide again because I don't want to get diseased.
Let's see it. That's a pretty good hide. All right, that's rude. Flex, does that end your
Excuse me.
round?
This is my vocation. Yes, that's my round.
Very good. Next up, further into the room, one of the blood toll harpies hears the screech and quickly attempts to bonsai. See what all the fuss is about. I gotta turn off the scrolls to person when they chat.
Reasons I literally never chat because I'm anxious about it constantly.
I can turn
didn't
that
know
off.
you could
I
turn that
just,
off. Yes,
yeah,
please
I can
do.
turn it off. I will for sure. It will move. Let's see. I'm gonna double move. Because it has no idea what's going on. Have to check. What's that vision? I cannot see that. 105? For bonsai? Is that right? Yeah, okay. 105.
Bonsai is still invisible right now.
He is? Oh shit.
They are, yes.
Sorry. I can't see rain. It can't actually see anything. It'll pass turn. This plague harpy is charmed. Flix, does it get a roll at the end of its round?
It does not.
All right. This plague harpy is also charmed. Next up, the alerter. Where's Flix? Where's friend? It will head down and fly over the chasm, looking for the light the fire elemental is emitting. It will... That's 40 feet. has a little bit more fly to go. We're gonna fly over here. It does not see Bonsai. As the harpy rounds the corner, it does see Rain in the elemental that lets out a horrific screech. My terrible screech. I don't want to blast out my throat, so please forgive me.
I expect you to commit to your harpy screeches.
There. It caws at Rain at a distance, and you hear the song of madness in your head, Rain. The first attack will miss. The second will also miss. And the
I'm
last
sorry,
one,
it's
cawing at you.
Flying at me?
Mm-hmm. You sense some sort of psychic assault attempting to enter your brain. The sounds that is emanating are maddening, at the very least. And
Not
you
that
sense
maddening, apparently.
you do actually sense that this harpy has limited telepathy.
Fucking flicks. They're not gonna vomit on us. They're going to assault your brain.
That's even worse, Rain. You're gonna get some sort of brain disease. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Does the fire elemental go after you, or his own initiative, Rain?
It's its own. Yeah.
He's up. What do you want him to do?
Looks
I
fucking
told him to
awesome,
go-
too.
I told him to go fuck up the harpies over across the way. That's the command I gave him, so he'll follow that until I give him another one.
He moves forward to meet with this harpy. And he will make 2 touch attacks, lifting a fiery fist in order to smash down upon the harpy. That'll miss. The second one will hit. As the smell of greasy, smoldering harpy feathers begins to fill the cavern, you might regret summoning the fire elemental.
I don't know. It sounds like we're getting chicken nuggets for dinner, so nothing to regret there.
Ew.
Yeah. How else are you gonna make make chicken nuggets clean? Purged by fire. Also, it's on fire if it gets hit, by the way.
Oh, it is.
takes-
Oh, it's on fire. Okay, he is burning.
Until it
She
douses
is
its
burning.
flame, it does not go away.
Fuck. Very good.
You are on fire.
It is smoldering. One of the plague harpies up north mobilizes and probably will not see Flicks. Definitely does not see Flicks. And will attempt to fly 60 feet. And lands over the side of the cavern. It can barely see the fire elemental, so it will attempt to give it a few sorrowful caw attacks. Ah! The first one hitting. Assaulting the fire elemental's brain for 13 damage. Second attack will miss. The third hits. And the fire elemental reels slightly under the assault. Rain, you're up.
Okay. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We are going to... First, as a bonus action, we're going to activate Blade Song. And for the first time since Drain's been with us, Drain actually draws her sword.
Oh. Okay. What are we doing?
Hi, Drain. I'm gonna go over here for a minute if you've got this side of the cavern.
Yeah, go for it.
Rain is going to blank with the elemental.
Okay.
And we're going to attack.
That'll hit.
And stabby stab.
First attack for hitting for 14 damage.
We're gonna use.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say that the harpy's feathers are thick, greasy, and tough as your rapier tries to bite through it.
We're gonna go ahead and add green flame blade on that one since it's the first one.
Okay. 14 damage.
And we'll attack him again. Oh, that's a crit.
Okay. All right. All right. My harpy. Oh my god. As the harpy takes a massive wound from Rain, it is clearly bleeding.
And then Rain is going to take the rest of their movement to go here. And if he wants to take an attack of opportunity, that's fine.
It will. Ray, I'm gonna move you back slightly.
Sure.
It will attempt to, bite you, Rain, as you move past.
Reminder, it is at disadvantage. I don't know if you're rolling with disadvantage.
I'm gonna roll disadvantage. Good thing I did, because I rolled a 20 and a 2. That misses.
Cool. So Rain should end up here.
Boop.
And we'll insight check, I guess. What can I see? It doesn't matter. All right, that's it. That's Rain's turn.
Next up, there is a low rumble that fills the cavern as the creature that has been sitting in the fetid puddle is finally awoken. Weakened from whatever travels it has been on. The large dragon-like hydra creature emits a growl that fills the cavern and causes bits of stone, dirt, and flesh to fall from the ceiling. It gets to its feet and all you can hear is its tiny little legs splashing in the water. And it begins to move forward. As it lifts its wings, it propels itself forward and lands with a reverberating smash. And the creature, known as a Zamai, takes stock of its surroundings. One moment, please. It looks around, not seeing Flicks. But it will notice the fire elemental encroaching on its territory. With another lurch, it hurls itself across the cavern, landing on the other side. Let's see. all it will do. For now, Bonsai, you're up. You're currently invisible?
Oh, Rain, that is not good. That is not good. I don't think it's Tiamat, but it's pretty close to Tiamat. We need to destroy it. Get these harpies out of the way first. We are going to insight check the close harpy.
Oh, his little teeny tiny legs.
You got teeny tiny legs.
They're so small.
This is official art, by the way.
What?
I did,
Oh.
I did not. I
This
did
is
not
supposed to
make
be perspective, right?
that. I hope so. Bonsai, that is not high enough to divine information off the Zamai.
Okay. No, this is off the harpy.
Oh, what would you like to know?
And really just trying to tell if the harpy is an aberration.
It
or
is
some
not.
other creature type. Cool. Then Bonsai is going to use bonus action to whip it out.
Oh.
And whip. With advantage coming from invisibility.
Okay. 24 will hit.
And I think that includes everything. What? No.
Whoa! Ah!
Which
Jesus,
attack?
okay. That's fine. The invisibility dropped. That seems normal. Okay.
Everybody's invisibility goes away. Cool. That was 15 damage of a variety of types, and then we're going to attack again.
Let's see it.
I believe because I'm no longer invisible, I don't get advantage. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That is correct.
Okay, well,
You could move if you wanted
Yeah.
to flank with the fire elemental, but
that's gonna happen. So Bonsai is going to step forward once I untarget myself. Just circle around and get another little whip at the legs of this dude.
23 will hit.
So many buttons to click with this paladin. Another 14 damage.
Very good.
And that's all Bonsai can do. They're not quite ready to fight this other thing, so...
It will take an attack of opportunity if you decide to do that.
It's
Does it
already
get-
used.
Oh,
reaction.
it did.
That's two.
You smell.
Yeah, a lot. And that is everything that Bonsai can do.
Very good.
you just hide behind Rain. Okay, fair enough.
Ah!
More
Dreon.
behind the fire elemental and closer to Dreon, but...
Dreon takes a look down the corridor. Doesn't see any immediate issues, so he's going to take a quick step back. And he is going to insight check the harpy.
What would you like to know?
I guess at this point, HP bar.
One moment. There you go. The harpy struggles to remain standing, bleeding from multiple wounds. Oh.
Dreon is going to launch a first bolt. It misses.
Terrible shot, Dreon. It goes awry. Oh, a 15 will hit.
Right, and then third shot.
All right. You're like, yeah, I got the hang of this thing. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, Dreon after the second one, he looks at the bow. Oh yeah, I usually use a crossbow. I think I get it now.
Draws it back, and the bolt goes straight through the harpy's heart. And with a sorrowful, her form crumples to the ground.
Dreon looks down at the bow. Not bad. And then he goes back to his vigil in the corridor, and that's going to end his turn.
Top of the round, round 2. Flix, you're up. You're currently hidden. A terrible
Oh.
dragon hydra has crossed the chasm.
All right. Well, this is horrible. All right. I'll take a good look at it while I'm hidden. Does it have any vulnerabilities?
No, it does not.
Let's see, how far away is it? Oh, that's perfect. Flix is going to draw his flaming silver longsword and leap through the air from hiding.
Okay.
Hello, Hydra! I've brought you a present!
Don't like that.
After I target you, because I always forget to do that, so have some fucking little targeting reticles. And then some stabbing and booming blading.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And we're going to do some of this.
Yeah. That'll hit.
And some of this. And some of this. It's all very unimpressive, apparently.
I haven't had the
And,
4 from the fire damage.
And where the hell are the blades of booming? Spells? Booming blade. Gas spell.
Are we booming?
We're booming.
Here comes the boom.
Here comes the,
All right,
the
take
boom.
another 6 damage from the booming, and then I will zip right back to my hiding place and hide as a bonus action.
Make me a stealth check, please. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, he doesn't see it coming. As you dodge
He might
around
not have
the
even
3
seen me. I just came and shanked him and then fled.
Just
He probably didn't feel it, honestly, with
I was
his
gonna
damage
say.
rolls.
He
He's
also
just
You know
like,
what? He's boomed though. That's cool, right?
yeah, we
yeah?
like booms. We like big booms, and we cannot lie.
Yeah, well, admittedly, that was not an impressive damage round.
Big booms? Question mark.
Well,
Oh, did I roll a 111 on my sneak attack?
wow. Next up, one of the harpies. Across the way, with the Zamai roused, it turns and prepares to go over the cavern. It will move. Right here. I do believe everything is still out of the harpy's potential range, but let's take a look. That's 60 feet. One second. Unlike the plague harpies, this blood toll harpy begins to hum a more unnatural song. It reverberates through your eardrums and causes you to grow increasingly uncomfortable, but does not have any immediate detrimental effect. Next up, another plague harpy from across the way is currently being charmed. So is that one. The fire elemental. What is it doing, Rain?
it's gonna do the same thing that I gave a command to. I didn't change my command, so it's gonna continue to fuck up harpies.
It's harpy time. The fire elemental's speed is 50 feet, so he's just gonna
Oh yeah,
rush
he's fast.
forward.
He's a fast boy.
He's very fast, targeting one of the harpies, and immediately trying to burn it to death. His favorite thing. That'll hit. And once again, Kentucky Fried Chicken. The smell begins to once again go through the cavern. That'll miss.
But he is
Plague-
on fire.
He is on fire. Let me give him a good mark here with the burning.
Does bonsai cook like Scythius cooked, Trevor?
Not yet.
I was kind of hoping bonsai might have the 11 herbs and spices. But never mind.
He might.
Oh, sorry.
He is burning at the start of a round. He's gonna make. Oh, he's gonna take 9 fire damage as the greasy feathers continue to burn. It will... Good question. It will fly... At least over... Oops, not there. Right here. And try and peck at the fire elemental. Let's see, bite. Actually, no, I lied. It turns to Rain. And Rain is probably going to be immune to this. But it is going to project a mournful hymn into your head, Rain. And you see your loved ones dying, bonsai next to you, rotting away. Rain, make me a DC 15 wisdom save. You succeed. You are not, affected by the dirge. And instead, Harpy will turn back to the fire elemental. One moment. And that is a big creature, so it's just gonna bite.
Yeah, it will.
That'll hit. As it chomps down with a fetid beak, the fire elemental must make a con save. And it fails. The fire elemental is not looking particularly good.
It does take 1d10 fire damage every time it makes a melee attack against the fire elemental for its fire form.
I rolls the 9. Rain, you're up. The plague harpy is attempting to peck at the fire elemental. It's not working out very well.
So, mechanically, if someone shows you a vision of a friend or loved one dying, and you roll a wisdom check and you pass it, is like the response in character that your character sees this and literally goes, meh?
I think it's, I know it's not real. It's
You know it's
probably
not real,
the
yeah.
actual response.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. But
Yeah, okay.
But it could be meh.
it could also be meh. Like, yeah, you could also just, like, big dumb barbarians, like, I didn't like my family anyway. Fuck those guys.
Wow.
Dreon could just be like, people die.
Yeah, that'll happen.
All the time.
Occupational hazard. Okay, just had to clarify.
I'm gonna open with an insight check. I can find insight.
What would you like to know?
So we've dealt with dragons before. This is dragon-like. Does it have a breath weapon?
It does. One moment. Yeah, it's got... I'm not gonna... Okay. It's that. It has fire breath from all its heads.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, so does that mean it, like, makes 3 fire breaths all at once? Or, like, all 3 can fire breath?
The Zamai creates 3 60-foot cones of fire, one from each of its heads. Creatures in a cone take some fire damage, unless they succeed on a dex save. If the cones overlap, their damage adds together, but each target only makes 1 save.
Excuse me? What? Alright guys, I think we gotta leave.
Alright, peace.
That's like, no, that's a nah for me, dog. That's fucking bullshit.
Why, you don't want the triple overlapping cones?
It's all about the cones.
God.
For once in her life, Rain is actually concerned.
You see the
This
spark
does seem
of
tailor-made
flame.
to fuck Rain up, honestly.
What's
The
that?
spark of you see the spark of flame beginning to heat up in each of the throats of the malformed Zmai.
Yeah. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. Fuck this harpy. We are going to What is the distance? Oh, perfectly fine. Okay. We are going to cast Mind Sliver.
It'll make an int save. Fail with a 17.
All right, and then we are going to follow that up with Slow. Which, oop, that went away. I don't know why. There we go. Remove fire elemental from that. I don't know why the hammer bashed him.
Maybe it's the hammer of slowness. It'll make a wisdom save. Did you get the harpy in that too?
Yeah, both harpies and the Zmai should be in that, I think.
Poor
and the
fire
Zmai will do it
elemental.
with no, the fire elemental's fine because I can avoid hitting friendlies.
Zemai's crit saves? The blood toll
Fine,
harpy.
Christina.
What?
Don't what me. That's like the third time in a row you've crit saved me.
Dabs. However, the blood toll harpy and the plague harpy are both slowed. The fire elemental is not. Please stop that.
I don't care about the harpies.
Well, now they're slow.
Alright, we're gonna go down here.
You should care
Rain,
about the
Where are you
harpies.
going?
I don't want to just stand right in its fucking cone of fire.
You mean the cone where I'm in?
Well, yeah. Would it be better if I was also there?
I'd feel better.
That's it. That's Rain's turn.
Rain, at the end of your round, it's going to take a legendary action, and it's going to move. It will move its full move. And move 50 feet, beating its wings as Rain runs away and smash landing in her spot. Bonsai, you
Drian
are...
looks over at Rain. Drian just looks over at Rain. What the fuck?
That's gonna be a problem.
That is the whole problem. Next up is mine.
Oh god.
Bearing down upon Bonsai, it eyes the Arborian with a knowing look. The flame in its throat begins to grow brighter as it seeks to put an end to the last remaining Arborian. One moment, please.
In our defense, who knew it was a vegetarian and it was going to go after the plant? Come on.
Bonsai, as you gaze upon the three-headed creature, you notice that its wounds are attempting to heal up as it regenerates itself, but Flicks hit it with fire damage, and thus the regeneration is not currently functioning. The Zmai will attack Bonsai once per head, and one claw attack.
Bonsai also only got one head.
Fair. The first one will miss.
You're fine, Bonsai.
The second one will miss. The third one will miss. And the last will be a claw. That'll hit. Bonsai, your concentration is tested as claws rake across your chest, and you succeed on maintaining your concentration. The
I'm
flame.
actually concentrating on it.
Oh, you're not? Yes, you are.
Speak with animals.
No,
must-
it's not concentrating.
Huh,
It's supposed
okay.
to be resistance, but that might have been used up earlier.
Ah. The Zmai's turn is momentarily over. Bonsai, you're up. Deep claw marks are, yeah, it has legendary actions, are left in your chest.
Yeah, we're gonna start with an insight. Because I want to know what the fuck this thing is doing. Nope.
What would you like to know?
I guess just a health bar, just for now.
Sure.
You can see how screwed we are. And Bonsai was very, very concerned with the heads, which is why they were able to dodge them so easily. But seeing the kind of flame that is starting within, Bonsai is feeling concerned. They don't feel fear, but concern is certainly there. They're going to entreat onto Arctis, as they always do, and see if there's some divinity that might be able to help out here. And I'm trying to figure out how to actually do that. Did that work?
It's an action. You cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you. Creature must succeed on a strength or dex save. Okay. 1 moment. Let's see. Strength or dex? Its choice. DC 18. Okay. I choose strength. I make it.
Yeah, Arctis is not present here. I'm not sure what to do. Yep, nope, very concerned. We were gonna Misty Step.
Arctis has abandoned you.
Was it talking?
I don't know, but I'm gonna be out of here for a bit.
Oh, yes, perfect. Make even a better barbecue position for everyone.
Bonsai, does that end your round?
And that ends Bonsai's round.
Drion, you're up. The triple heads of the Zmai are bearing down upon the tunnel.
Drion watches as Bonsai goes by. And goes and engages the trek.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Let's get not fancy here.
Classic. That'll hit. For 7 slashing. Hey, he's getting it.
He's going the distance.
He's going.
He's going for speed.
All alone. All alone in Bonsai's time of need.
Drion jumps forward, engaging the Zmai. Slashing, but not severing any of the heads.
He's going to action surge.
Okay. That'll miss.
Alright.
That'll hit. My god, flurry of blows.
Nope, that one's gonna miss.
No!
And he will use his bonus attack.
You hit with one, didn't you, on the action surge?
Oh yeah, you're right. I did it with one.
Alright, every bit of damage counts. The bonus attack? That'll hit.
Yeah, and just for insult, after like the flurry of blows, he takes the blunt end of his glaive and just smacks it across the face.
Ooh. Black! The blunt end of your glaive goes cracking across the hard outer shell of the Zmai.
And breathing a bit heavily, he spends the last of his movement to get over here.
Okay.
And that is... Well, he'll insight check. You should have done that first, but whatever.
It will take an attack of opportunity on you if you move out of its threat range.
Oh, am I not still in... I thought I was still in his start range. Okay.
He has reach.
I mean, he would still be within 10-foot range.
Oh, he is. I'm sorry. Yeah, he is. My bad.
All good.
Okay, so you just shift.
Nope. And that is going to end Drion's turn.
Okay. At the end of Drion's turn, the Zmai is going to take a legendary action as he turns towards Drion and begins to claw into the dirt and suddenly launches himself forward. The Zmai moves forward half its land speed, which will be 15. It'll enter an enemy-occupied space, but can't end its move there. And in that space, you're gonna have to make a DC 14 Dex save. So 1 moment, please.
Okay.
He is gonna trample forward and stomp all over poor Drion.
With its
those
tiny
itty
feet.
bitty feet.
With his tiny, tiny feet. Make that save, Drion. And you fail.
Drion is going to use Indomitable.
Okay.
Yep, so...
Reroll?
Yep, reroll D20.
That'll be your Dex save.
God damn it.
That is not good. You
Okay,
do.
no, he takes it.
You are absolutely stomped upon as the Zmai takes his tiny little feet and dances on your corpse. Drion,
I
you
assume
are.
the damage is also tiny based on the picture.
It was 10.
It's very delicate.
Yeah, just like a little dainty tip-tappa.
It's like getting like one of those like weird feet back rub things.
Yeah.
You are prone, Drion. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
I like how Christina referred to you as a corpse already.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Just anticipating the end. Flix, you're up.
No shit.
As Drion collapses, how the fuck are you supposed to dodge that?
Stop, 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 stop.
All right. Flix is going to use his move and dash. Oh, I have to. I'm crossing the cavern, but I'm going to go around the long way because the world is dumb. Does this count as flanking with Drion?
Drion is prone. He is not. He is not in a flanking position.
People can flank even when they're prone.
Drion would have to be here to flank, so no.
All right. Well, I don't want to lose concentration on those other harpies, but I do have an idea.
What's that? Go on, go on, go on.
Well, Flix was thinking about making an outcropping of rock appear here, and then he was going to taunt the, he's not a harpy. What is he? He's not a basilisk. A hydra. Haha, it starts with an H also.
He's a Zmai. He's a Zmai.
Okay, he's going to try to taunt the Zmai onto the non-existent outcropping so that it falls to its death.
You know it can fly, right?
Oh, it has wings. Oh, well, never mind. So much for being clever.
Yeah, it flew over here.
Excuse me, you big scaly fucking moron. Why don't you leave my cat friend alone? And, wait, I'm also kind of... The point is, fight me. And, I zoomed out of hiding, so... The first attack will be a sneak attack.
Okay.
I'm also going to... no, I had to use my bonus action to dash, so I can't do that yet.
Yeah, you zoomed across that cavern pretty quick. 19 will hit. little sneak attacking. Very good. Some extra fire damage. I'm going to add that on.
All right. And I'm going to... I can't shoot my crossbow, actually, so I'll just swing again. This will be normal. It hits, though, so, hey.
All right, not bad.
Did you ever take the booming damage when it flew?
I didn't. Give me the boom.
It's way up there. Should I just cast it again?
Just cast it or roll the dice or whatever.
Yeah. I don't remember how much damage it is, otherwise I would.
Yeah, you can cast it again. That's fine.
Boom blade. Cast spell. Damage?
It's 1d8, so give me a 1d8.
No, the damage when it moves is
Target takes 1d8 thunder damage
3d8.
and the spell ends? 3d8? Okay.
Yeah. 3d8 if he violates the booming.
Go ahead.
15. Not bad.
Alright, pretty good.
Alright. And insight.
Oh, you can know 2 things.
Cool. I'd like to know another ability that it has.
Let's see. So you've seen that it can regenerate. Let's see. You've seen its horrible fire breath. You've seen that it can trample things. Let's see. It also has a unique ability to teleport within bodies of water. If he goes back to that body of water he was at, he will teleport to another body of water nearby. That could be anywhere.
Oh, interesting. Well, if we let it get back to that body of water, it might fuck off someplace. So there is that. Let's see. I don't know, what else is there to know?
Communities,
actually,
saves.
I will give you something rather interesting. The Zamai, if you deal more than 40 damage in a round and lop off one of his heads, the heads can animate themselves and create little headlings. You can prevent the headlings from moving about by smoothing the stump with salt.
Oh, well, if only we had a bunch of salt. I don't have any salt. Did we spawn any headlings? Have we been spawning headlings this whole time?
You have not. Because you have not done enough damage in turn to sever a head.
Oh, so you have to intentionally try to sever heads rather than just doing damage?
No, you just have to do a certain amount of damage in a turn, and you have not met that threshold.
Oh, I thought I did 40 damage just now, but that's alright. I'll not chop off heads. I'm okay.
Wait,
with
hold
that.
on. I mean, we can add. Hold on, we can add it up. Add it up.
Well, the 15's not from this turn.
Alright, well, I did 8, 19. 19 plus 9 is 28, plus another 9 is 37, plus another 9 is
You're 1 short.
40. Oh, is it 50? I thought it was 40 damage in a turn to lop off a head.
It's 40.
Yeah, I'm well over. I'm like 47 damage in.
You did 8, 19,
You know what? Let me just
plus
pull out a
9,
calculator.
27, 36. Oh yeah, you're over 40 because of your last fire damage. Yeah.
Although, does they spawn headlings even when we're doing fire damage? Good question.
They do. Flicks.
Oh, I hate that.
As you do more than 40 damage in a round, you pop off one of the Zamai's heads, severing it at the stump. And before you begin to celebrate, that little headling is going to start regenerating on its own. 1 second. And it will finish its growth in 2d6 rounds after being, so 8 rounds after being separated from the body.
Oh, does anyone have any salt? We need salt to keep this thing from growing into things.
Nope, can't say that I do.
Oh, wonderful. That's perfect.
I'm just going to mark it as stunned for 8 rounds. Flex, does that end your round?
It does. I can't get away. I'm intentionally trying to draw its attention away from Dreon like an idiot.
With that precarious position and Flicks lopping off a head for it to go flopping onto the ground and chomping its teeth angrily, that is where we will pause the session for today.
Wait, is that why he has little baby feet? Because they grow back?
They do. Yeah. It's his strong arm.
That's still adorable.
Here's the Zamai's head. They normally have 3 heads. While it has more than 1 head, they have advantage on saving throws against being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, and stunned. If the Zamai takes 40 or more damage in a single turn, and the damage isn't poison or psychic, one of its heads is severed. All 3 of its heads are severed, it dies.
Oh.
Oh man, I could have severed one of its heads. I'm a big dummy.
Yeah, I think this might died a while ago. That's alright.
Womp womp womp. I mean, listen, every time I watch Hercules, cutting off the heads is a bad decision. That's just where I net out.
What? No, that's like the only way to kill hydras. I mean,
We don't know what a headling is actually going to do, so...
Maybe we can turn it into a little friend. Can we tame the headlings?
No, this isn't Kamos.
Wait,
come on.
Kamos get to hide awesome, get to tame
yes.
awesome monsters?
Kamos does nonsense. That's Kamos.
I do nonsense. That's Flix.
No, it's honestly, your nonsense would not even, like, rate in
Yeah.
the top 4 of Kamos nonsense.
It's true.
Oh,
Like,
because Kamos
actually-
nonsense is like actual nonsense?
Actually, Flix is pretty milquetoast if you put him in Kamos.
Yeah.
I guess, like, it's all about, your environment.
Well,
Yeah,
now
I can't tell if this is a compliment or a diss.
no, it's
Well,
It's a little bit of both.
It's a
both
it's a
great of
displement.
Nick.
It's a what?
A displement. I will also say with Akashabagon and Dreon here just being like exactly zero fun allowed, Flix does stand out more as being kind of the more like, whimsical nonsense guy.
Yeah,
Sure.
I try to be
Or
whimsical
offended.
nonsense without derailing the whole session,
You're good. I really like the odd couple dynamic forming between them. Flix even tried to give him a bow, and Dreon's like, "Meh, thanks." Which he then used to murder something.
Thanks.
That, by the way, the bow, like sometimes we do things in this game, and I'm like, wow, that would be like a really sick like comic panel where Dreon kind of steps out, misses the first one, hits with the second one, crits on the third one, like chef's kiss. Thanks, dice.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Just dial it in the target finder.
Well, because he does actually technically use a crossbow. Like that is like the thing he carries on him normally. So like him getting a bow is like he kind of has to like, okay, how does this work?
Been a while since took bow in college.
Yeah,
It's a good bow.
yeah,
Great bow.
definitely better than the one he used in community.
Well,
college.
technically it's a short bow, not a great bow.
But, fuck you. I'm going to bed. You
I
just-
regret
Night.
nothing.
Go to bed.
Bye.
Go to
Well, that
bed.
was fun. Thanks, Christina.
All right,
Night,
thanks,
y'all.
guys.
Bye.
I'll see you next week.
Yay.
All right. That's it for Arctis today. Whoa. Whoa. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch our VODs over on YouTube. You can catch up on the lore, watch all the funny moments. You can also check us out on TikTok and on Twitter. as Play Arctis. I'm your DM, Zarina. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching our little ragtag group of friends play a round of games. And we'll hope to catch you on Friday for some Arctis reflection. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.